scream no matter what. I don't get dressed anymore. Hopefully there was no nip slips. Enjoy this while I can. What my nights have been looking like every single night. She's crying right now. So Adeline is waking up from her last nap for the evening. I've been meaning to want to show you guys like kind of like the at night routine into the middle of the night. So you'll see how much she wakes up at night and like what I'm doing and like what I'm pumping and whatnot. It's been the same for the past like 5-6 weeks. So I'm really hoping tonight, just because I'm gonna try to vlog it, doesn't jinx anything. I don't know how well, I mean, you'll be able to see once we hit that time frame, like around like that 2 a.m, how much you're gonna be able to see. I'm gonna try my best with it because I'm usually like really tired, but I know I'm gonna wanna look back on this video because I actually just looked back on my one video I made with Sebastian when he was 5 weeks old, and it's just like crazy to look back on. So I've been meaning to do this because I know I'm not actually gonna remember any of this once it's, you know, all done and we're not waking up at night anymore and we're not breastfeeding, pumping, whatever. So anyway, she's crying right now. I'm always really thirsty from so much pumping and breastfeeding around the clock, and I mentioned that I'm just always so tired all the time. Did you miss me? And guys, don't mind the way I'm always dressed and like the way I look all the time, because honestly I don't get dressed anymore. I mean, I like barely leave the house now. I think I've mentioned that. I just like looked over and like saw all these stains. Like I see women that like get super dressed up like during the day. I mean, like I wish I had the energy to do that, to be honest, but like by the time it's nighttime and the thought of taking off like makeup, like I put a little bit of like lipstick on, but like that's like it. Like I don't even like do my hair. Like it's just, you know. I don't know why, but like this is the shortest nap that she takes. She's always super cranky around this time of the night. Like what I was saying, or I don't know if I was saying this, but she normally takes like really good naps between like her 9 a.m. nap and then like her afternoon nap, and then she should technically sleep a little bit more, but she always struggles. It's either like 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. This one was like 45 minutes, but I'm gonna feed her, and like I've said in multiple videos, I have to pump on one side because it's inverted. But we've been working on and off with a nipple shield. I start off feeding her with it and then I'll take it off like mid-session. So like I said, I've been practicing trying to get her to latch without the nipple shield. Like right now she's latched, but I'm not, you know, I don't have a letdown just yet. Okay, hopefully there was no nip slips. I don't care to show breastfeeding, pumping, whatever it is. I know some people like get offended when they see people breastfeeding, which that gets me really mad. Even if I were to breastfeed in public, like I would, you know, I'm not shielding my baby, or I don't know. I don't know if I'm like making sense right now, but I feel like it shouldn't be something that's like, you should get offended when you see someone doing it, because I feel like a lot of people are like, go in a room, go be private, go cover yourself up. I feel like that's just like no, like my baby has to eat. I feel like boobs in general have just been so like, I don't think I can like say the word, but it starts with an S. I'm sure you're getting what I'm saying, but they weren't placed on our bodies for that. They were placed for babies to eat. I mean, that's just part of me being like really open and honest. Like, I'm not offended by, you know, the human body or anything like that. So this is pretty much the last time like I technically breastfeed her. So it's just about 6 o'clock at night, and like I'm hopping in bed, and my last pump and feed is by 8:30 at night. That's how much I got out. 2 ounces from this side I have to exclusively pump. So I've been doing this after a feeding. Like, I used to like turn around and try to like pat her back to help with her burps. But I've noticed, like, she burped already. But I've noticed if I just like have her sitting up just like this, it actually helps her get the burp out better. But yeah, so now we pretty much just sit on the couch the next hour and a half, pretty much. Like, it's like our downtime. And then Mila and Sebastian are currently, Juno's giving them their baths and stuff. Once they're done, we all just like come out here and watch TV. I haven't changed the channel yet. That's how you know you're a mom, when the kids aren't even watching it. Well, technically, Adeline is watching, but that's how you know you're a mom, when it's still just like playing in the background all the time. I'm sure you can hear all the crying. My husband was holding her. Sometimes that's just how it is. That clip before, when I was holding her and she was sleeping on me, obviously I had to move her so he can hold her, so I could pump out this bottle that I'm gonna give her. But yeah, sometimes she'll be calm during that 20-minute frame when I'm pumping and then cleaning all the parts, or she just acts like that. Like, even when we hold her, try to put her pacifier in, she'll still just like sometimes scream like that. So So now it's 6:23 in the morning. I don't know how much you were able to see, around 2:45 or 3, whatever. Probably gonna update a little bit later, but I just ended up pumping again. In these bottles you can't really tell, but they actually hold almost 8 ounces. The one boob got like 5, and this one probably got like almost 9 ounces again, and it was like actually starting to overflow onto my blanket. I do this because I'm still like super engorged. I don't know if you like saw how much milk I made during that time, but that's why I can't nurse her, and I put it through a bottle. But all this because this was dirty, and I've like spoken about this in other videos, and that milk in there too. Like honestly, I'm just dumping all of this because I can't use it because it's not sterilized. I'm just gonna make some coffee now. I wake up this time just so I'm able to drink like a cup of coffee and like eat some breakfast and stuff before she wakes up. Till she's sleeping still. I'm gonna update a little bit later once she like wakes up and stuff. I'm just gonna enjoy this while I can. But yeah, that's pretty much like, I consider that a good night. She woke up, I think like 1 or 2 other times and had to put her pacifier in, but like that one like time that I filmed was basically the big wake up. So I just want to show Addie when she's not crying. Now, she does cry a lot, and usually it's for a reason, but sometimes, like, you know, you heard last night, my husband was holding her and she will just scream no matter what. I mean, part of that had to do with like she was tired and just ready for bed, but like there's other times she just cries and cries and cries, and like we'll try to like even hold her, put a pacifier in her mouth, and she's just cranky. But she used to actually be a lot worse. She's definitely starting to come out of the colicky crying phase. Babies just cry. Some cry more than others. Thankfully it doesn't bother me, or I'm just like that used to it. Yeah, that's pretty much like the overnight. That's pretty much what my nights have been looking like every single night. I can't remember what I was saying when I first woke up this morning, but that's pretty much what I have to do. It's just, it's hard when I wake up at that time of the night. The hardest part about that time of the night, usually when I wake up before her and I'm able to pump and have the bottle ready for her, then I don't have to hear the screaming. But like last night, she woke me up, so, you know, she was ready for her milk, but you guys saw like I make a lot of milk. I think that was like 13 or 14 ounces. So it was pretty much 15 minutes of crying. But again, I'm so used to it. And even if my husband were to like hold her, she still screams like that. So I just leave her in the bassinet. I'm just being honest. I feed her her bottle and then we go back to sleep. Like thankfully, knock on wood, she goes back down like pretty easily, but I do sit there for like 15 to 20 minutes after the bottle, having her elevated, making sure she's burped still, and just snuggling her during that time. And then I wake up at 5:45, 6 in the morning, and that was that pump I showed you when I was making my coffee, just because I'm still like really engorged. An hour and a half later, she like wakes up, and I fed her, I breastfed her, and I pumped one more time afterwards. I know I make a lot of milk, and right now I'm just keeping it that way. I always kind of get stuck with an oversupply, but eventually like when she starts eating like foods and stuff, like I do cut down the pumps. Like when she's officially sleeping through the night and I know she doesn't need milk anymore, then I go all night without pumping, and it's just like a humongous pump in the morning. And then eventually, like, this is just what I did with my other two. I know, I think it's around like 8, 9, 10 months. I drop even more pump sessions. Like I might only do it like 3 times a day. I remember with Bash and Mila, I did it in the morning, mid-afternoon, and like right before bed. But I'm breastfeeding her, so maybe, I'm hoping maybe like I'll just have the pump like in the morning and at night, and like it's just all like breastfeeding. But I don't know, we'll see. Taking it day by day. It's actually time for her next nap, and then she'll eat again in like 2 hours. You know, we're doing the same thing pretty much every single day. Yeah, I'm gonna get her down. I have to make Mila and Sebastian their breakfast. I'm gonna make some homemade pancakes and then just do a whole bunch of housework. But yeah, that's pretty much what my life looks like right now. I can't wait to look back on this video. Hard to make it because it's like, I'm trying to be quiet. It's like pitch black in the middle of the night, but I know I'm gonna look back at this because I'm not gonna really remember it. And if it makes you feel less alone that you have a baby that cries a little bit more than average, like Miss Addie, I don't know, or you just like watching baby content videos early postpartum because you have a baby, but that's pretty much why I like to vlog. But anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next video.